Hey guys, it's the Patient Hodler coming at you with another video, and in this one I'm going to take a look with you guys at the strongest catalysts that I see for the Ecomi token, and some of them have recent news to them that I want to show and present to you. But before we do that, please keep in mind that I'm a crypto and NFT investor, but not a financial advisor. So please do your own research before you ape full retard into Ecomi. Also, if you like this content, please give this video a like if you enjoy it, subscribe to my channel, and let me know what you think about Ecomi and the catalysts in the comments below. Now, with that out of the way, let's get started. The first category that I want to cover is the one of burns and buybacks. And I have already created a very detailed video on the current burn mechanic of the Ecomi token. Now, burns are good, and if we burn through the reserve wallet, as I have mentioned in the video, that is fine, but it is not enough without the buybacks, obviously. Now, in the recent AMA, David Yu stated that they are doing buybacks, but hidden. And this makes sense, although obviously for the price movement, it would be better if they would show us how much and when they buy. But obviously you want to buy back when it's still early and still cheap, and not buy $1 per OMI token when you really need it. This also brings me to the point that this could implicate for us that when they think it's a good time to buy back, then this could be a good time for us to buy in. And the current price is very attractive to me, which, obviously not financial advice, led me to the decision to put some more money into Ecomi while the price is at the current level. Another aspect of the hidden buybacks is that you could fall victim to claims and accusations of market manipulation if you disclose when and at which price you are going or which you have bought the OMI token. So this could be in the US a case for the SEC, and in Europe this would be investigated from the financial observatories, and also probably in New Zealand this would be a case. And since they want to make the Ecomi token attractive to a lot of exchanges and a lot of potential future investors, it would not be a good idea to have financial claims against you. The second catalyst, in my opinion, is other projects building on top of the Ecomi project. And this is what drives the price of a lot of chains ultimately, that NFT places and DeFi projects and whatever project building on top of a chain makes that chain going through the roof. And this topic got new fuel by David Yu's explanation in the AMA when he said he's imagining Ecomi like Ethereum. Not saying that it would be as big as Ethereum in the near future, but that a lot of projects could utilize Ecomi to build on top of it. We will see if it will happen as planned, but this was, at least in my mind, something that would not happen so fast. And obviously after the migration to Immutable X and having the ERC20 compatibility, it will probably be easier to adapt Ecomi to other projects. The third catalyst, in my opinion, is real-life utility. And we have already some collectibles on the Veve app that fulfill this real-life aspect. The first one ever to come out was the James Bond movie ticket. And it is composed of the ticket stub as a collectible and the permission to enter and watch the movie because you are the first and true owner of that collectible. Then afterwards, with the golden moments of Disney Plus, we had that if you are the one that purchased the statue of whatever, like Elsa or Homer, you would get a subscription for 3 months of Disney Plus. In my opinion, this is only the beginning, and this is something where we have to look at the whole NFT market and where Veve Ecomi is moving, because you could imagine that you have true ownership and digital collectible with physical collectible connections. Like, for example, we all remember the collector's editions of the World of Warcraft games that came with some rare pets, and you could have the true ownership over those digital collectibles, but also prove that you are the owner of a real and certified collector's edition of World of Warcraft, for example. And you could think that way more in the future, where you have property, buildings, lands in the real estate sector, all provided on an NFT basis, where you can prove that you are the true owner of something that exists in the real world. The next point, in my opinion, is exchanges, and I'm going to cover them only for a short time because we have already talked about it. But in my opinion, when Immutable X migration is done and we are ERC20 compatible and it is easier to be integrated into another exchange, we will see that coming for several exchanges, in my opinion. And I'm not even sure if it is only those exchanges that are not yet ready to implement Ecomi, because usually they like projects with big communities and a lot of publicity, or if it's even a matter of them, and then we can look at the first aspect again, that they want to be able to buy back as much Omi as possible at the moment before the price is shooting up again. And we have seen a price rise after the Uniswap announcement in March, where it went completely parabolic until it was listed on Uniswap. And if we consider now that we could have Binance, Coinbase, KuCoin, Huobi, and all these other exchanges, smaller ones as well, then we will see, in my opinion, a way harder rise and heavier parabolic move. And also considering that we are in the 7 cents range at the moment and going parabolic from there, this will bring us to at least 10 cents, in my opinion, if we get these big exchanges. Another aspect, in my opinion, is the staking of the Omi token. And I know that there are a lot of users out there who have a long-term approach for Ecomi, so it would be a good idea, if it's not a tax problem in your country, to stake some Omi and gain passive income from it. If you are planning to hold Ecomi for 4, 8, 12 years, you might as well stake a part of it, and this will diminish circulating supply for a period of time, if not forever, because some people will stake first 1-2 years, then sell off. Other people will stake for a longer time and gain more returns probably. A very important aspect is also marketing and localization. We have seen that Ecomi and Veve started finally to launch marketing localization for the app and the token, but very conservative yet, because we have seen every time there was a big license coming out or they did some kind of a move in that direction, that the app and the project got heavily overloaded with people and they could not scale as fast as it would be necessary. So they cannot go and just approach the whole Asian region and the Arabian one. We have seen that they put out some tutorials for the app in Spanish and have announced a very French collectible with the Little Prince, but we have not seen when this will come out. So they are going to onboard all these regions on the app, but it's not yet there. The fact that we are at the point where we are with only a share of the worldwide potential market and onboarding them piece by piece before we go into stuff like Metaverse is very interesting to me, and it shows me how much potential to the upside we still have. The last catalyst that I want to show you is one of the most important in my opinion. The last point is one of the most important catalysts in my opinion, and it's the fact that we are in a Metaverse hype, but almost no one is directly talking about Ecomi and the Metaverse, and there is not a huge announcement Ecomi, Veve is jumping into the Metaverse. No, we see Facebook Meta, we see Disney announcing Metaverse, we have Mana, Decentraland, Sandbox and all these others, even the meme coins come out with we are going into Metaverse. So you just have to say Metaverse and you are over all the news. So everyone is talking about Metaverse besides the company that is actually working on a Metaverse since a few years and has all the licenses. And the important aspect here is that yes, they all say they will work in a Metaverse and 90% of them will not even start for the Metaverse. The trend will die off and another 9% of the projects will die, and then we have a 1% Metaverse left over, and the communities and investors and people will go into those who really have some fundamentals to the Metaverse to provide. And here you could say, hey, how do you know that Ecomi, Veve will manage to build a Metaverse and that this will not be one of the 99% dead projects in the end? I can tell you, I don't know. But there are some fundamental facts that you cannot see with the other projects. And that is, for example, that they have these big licenses. And let's imagine now you are going as a David Yu or someone else from the Veve Ecomi team to a licensor and you are doing a sales pitch. You are not going there and saying, we have this online shop here and you could sell some golden moments collectibles. You are showing off a roadmap that is involving them into a very big project with a big potential. So you're probably showing them your vision for the next years, and the fact that you have to work on these licenses during years shows that they have convinced a Disney, Marvel, Warner Bros, basically Hollywood, with things like Star Trek and James Bond and all these other licenses, artists, brands, that they are present at conventions, shows to me that they have something that they show to licensors under NDA that we cannot see yet, but is way bigger than what we are experiencing now. And that's where I put my bet on part one. And the second one is obviously we want, as Warren Buffett says, bet on the jockey. And if you look at David Yu, he has companies that are holding licenses. He has a lot of experience with the companies and he has all these connections and the ecosystem of licensors that are talking to them, of companies that want to partner with them, and with every big announcement more and more stand in line to wait to come onto Veve. And this is not for a single NFT or online shop. You could do that on a bigger NFT exchange like OpenSea and just launch your projects there. But they have all decided, all the brands that we already know and a lot of them that we don't know yet, have decided to do it on Ecomi. And that's for me one of the biggest catalysts, because it means there is something really big in the pipeline that they can see and we don't. And with that, I am at the end of the video and I thank you all very much for watching, supporting me, for liking, commenting, for always being around those who always comment. And I hope you liked the video, the content, the insights. I hope I left you a little bit more bullish, even though we don't have such a price movement. And with that said, have yourselves a great day wherever you are on the planet, and see you hopefully in the next video.